All right, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is urgent. The Carolina Panthers, our team, stands on the precipice of a seismic shift, a moment that will define their future for years to come. The whispers from inside the league aren't just whispers anymore. They're shouts, reverberating with the potential for monumental changes that will impact every single snap next season. We're talking about a flurry of strategic moves, bold decisions, and game-changing talent that could either elevate us to contention or leave us questioning everything. This is not just speculation. This is what I'm hearing directly from the sources. We're on the verge of something truly special or something truly devastating. You absolutely cannot afford to miss a single detail. And if you love this team, if you bleed black and blue, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We're pushing for 1,000 subscribers, and your support helps us bring you this exclusive, unfiltered truth. Let's make some noise.
Let's dive right into the first bombshell, because this one has immediate, tangible implications for our Carolina Panthers offensive line, and specifically for the future of Ikem Ekwonu. Adam Schefter himself could not have broken this with more precision. Jawaan Taylor, the formidable offensive tackle, has been released by the Kansas City Chiefs, and he is now, as we speak, on the open market. This isn't just a player becoming available. This is a solution potentially landing right in our lap. Think about it. The Chiefs, a Super Bowl contender, just let go of a starting caliber talent. Why? Cap space? Scheme fit? It doesn't matter for us. What matters is that a player with his pedigree, a player who has protected Patrick Mahomes, is suddenly available. And let me tell you, the chatter around the league, the insider buzz, is that Taylor is being considered the perfect replacement for Ikem Ekwonu. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Ekwonu is our guy. And I get it, I truly do. But let's be brutally honest here. The protection for Bryce Young has been, to put it mildly, an absolute catastrophe. It has been unacceptable. It has been a disservice to our franchise quarterback. Ekwonu, bless his heart, has struggled, particularly with consistency in pass protection. He has shown flashes, sure, but the overall picture has been one of vulnerability. And in the NFL, vulnerability at left tackle is a death sentence for a young quarterback. You cannot develop a franchise signal caller if he's constantly running for his life, if he's getting sacked at an alarming rate. Jawaan Taylor, on the other hand, brings a different kind of experience, a different kind of nastiness to the offensive line. He's played at a high level in high-stakes games. He understands what it takes to protect a championship-caliber quarterback. He's got the size, the athleticism, and crucially, the proven track record that we desperately need. This isn't about replacing Ekwonu for the sake of it. This is about upgrading, about solidifying the most critical position on the offensive line, ensuring Bryce Young has a clean pocket and giving him a chance to actually throw the football without fear of immediate pressure. The cost might be significant, but the investment in Young's future, the investment in our future, is priceless. This is a strategic move that screams win now, while simultaneously building for sustained success. The question isn't if we should pursue him, it's how aggressively can we pursue him. Can we truly afford to pass up a proven commodity when our young quarterback's career hangs in the balance? This is the kind of decisive action that separates contenders from pretenders. If we want to protect our most valuable asset, if we want to give Bryce Young the tools he needs to succeed, then Jawaan Taylor must be priority number one. But wait, what if the offensive line isn't the only shock move we're about to make to bolster the offense? What if there's an even bigger, flashier piece coming to Carolina that no one saw coming?
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights like this, the real inside scoop, the truth about our Carolina Panthers, then you have to subscribe right now. Don't let these crucial updates pass you by. Hit that button and join our community.
All right, if you thought the Jawaan Taylor news was a game changer for our offensive line, hold on to your hats, because what I'm about to tell you next takes our offensive strategy and indeed our entire approach to building this team into a completely different stratosphere. A new mock draft has just dropped, and it's not just raising eyebrows, it's causing absolute shockwaves across the league. It projects our Carolina Panthers to select a Heisman Trophy finalist. A Heisman finalist! Now, you might be thinking, wait, what? Another quarterback or a running back? This isn't just about adding talent. This is about adding elite, top-tier, game-breaking talent to our offense, a move that analysts are calling a shock pick. And let me tell you why it's a shock, and why it might just be the boldest, most brilliant move this franchise can make. The name being thrown around, the one that makes everyone double take, is Jayden Daniels. Now let's be clear, this isn't about replacing Young.
This is about an offensive philosophy, a strategic pivot that acknowledges the sheer, undeniable talent of a player like Daniels. This is about bringing in a dynamic, dual-threat weapon, a player who can fundamentally alter the way opposing defenses prepare for us. Imagine the possibilities. A true offensive weapon, a player who can beat you with his arm and his legs, a player who commanded an offense at the highest collegiate level. What does this mean for Bryce Young? It means competition, yes, but more importantly, it means an insurance policy, a different dimension, and frankly, a threat that we simply haven't had. The shot comes from the perceived needs of our team. Everyone expects offensive line, maybe a top receiver, but to go for a Heisman finalist, especially one who operates with such a unique skill set, signals a profound shift in thinking. It's a statement. This kind of audacious move could completely reshape our offensive identity. It could provide the spark, the explosiveness, the sheer unpredictability that has been sorely missing. Think about the pressure it puts on defenses. Do they commit to stopping the run with Daniels? Do they drop back to cover the passing game? The versatility he brings is unparalleled. This isn't just a draft pick, it's a declaration of intent. It's saying we are done with mediocrity. We are going for the jugular. This kind of pick can either be a stroke of genius or a colossal misstep, but the potential upside, it's through the roof. This move, combined with securing the offensive line, could transform our offense overnight. But what about the other side of the ball? Can we truly become a contender without also making a splash on defense? What if we could add an elite pass rusher, a true game wrecker to complete this championship puzzle?
All right, so we've talked about shoring up the offensive line with a proven veteran, potentially transforming our offensive front. We've discussed the absolute shock of a Heisman finalist potentially joining our offensive arsenal, bringing explosive, game-changing talent to Carolina. Now, let's elevate the severity of this conversation even further, because what I'm about to reveal could be the final, decisive piece in building a true contender. The domino effect of these potential moves is staggering, and it leads us directly to the defensive side of the ball, where an opportunity has emerged that simply cannot be ignored. 23.5 sacks. Let that number sink in. 23.5 sacks. We are talking about Kayvon Thibodeaux, an elite defender, a relentless pass rusher, a player who single-handedly disrupts opposing offenses. The Giants are in a peculiar spot, and the availability of a player of Thibodeaux's caliber has set the league ablaze. Why would they even consider moving him? Internal dynamics, cap considerations, a shift in their long-term vision. It doesn't matter. What matters is that a player who can dominate the line of scrimmage, who can consistently get to the quarterback, might be within our grasp. Think about the impact. Imagine a defensive line with a player of Thibodeaux's prowess, creating havoc, forcing turnovers, and giving our secondary a fighting chance. For too long, our pass rush has been inconsistent, at times anemic. We've seen flashes, yes, but the sustained, terrifying pressure that true championship defenses generate, that has been missing. Adding Thibodeaux wouldn't just be an upgrade, it would be a revolution. It would transform our defense from a unit that's trying to get by to one that dictates terms, that strikes fear into the hearts of offensive coordinators. This is the kind of aggressive, win-now move that signals a franchise is serious, truly serious about competing. You've secured the offensive line, giving your young quarterback protection. You've added a Heisman-level offensive weapon, injecting explosiveness into your attack. Now you complete the puzzle by bringing in a premier pass rusher, a player who can single-handedly change the complexion of a game. This isn't just about one player. It's about the synergistic effect of all these moves combined. The cost for Thibodeaux would be significant, no doubt. Draft capital, perhaps some players. But the return on that investment? A dominant defense that complements a revitalized offense. This is the kind of bold, strategic decision that defines eras. Can our front office pull off such a monumental trifecta of moves, or will we falter at the finish line?
Ladies and gentlemen, what we've just discussed isn't just news, it's the blueprint for the Carolina Panthers' future. We're talking about a potential overhaul that touches every critical facet of this team. A fortified offensive line, an explosive Heisman-level offensive weapon, and a dominant game-wrecking pass rusher. This is a decisive moment, a fork in the road where our franchise will either seize greatness or regress into obscurity. The pieces are on the board, the opportunities are glaring, and the urgency is palpable. What do you think? Can our Panthers pull off these monumental moves? Which one excites you the most? And which one do you think is absolutely crucial for our success? Let me know in the comments below. Your voice matters, your passion fuels this community.
Stay tuned, because the next few weeks and months will be absolutely critical, and I'll be here bringing you every single exclusive detail, every single raw emotion as it unfolds. We are in this together, and together we will see what our Carolina Panthers become.